Hi, I'm Cleb, and today we'll be looking at LEGO Minecraft set number 21250, the Iron Golem Fortress. This set contains 868 pieces, with a price of 109 USD and 169.99 AUD. Special thanks to LEGO and the LEGO Ambassador Network for sending me this set for review purposes. So let's get into it. Here is the full set. It's a large castle with a suitably imposing, I imagine player-built, Iron Golem structure sitting on top of this castle front, with what becomes the Iron Golem legs sitting off to the sides, acting as these kind of watchtowers that you can position a minifigure in to play. What I do quite like about their positioning is that you can actually, if this were to be in Minecraft, using those vines on the Iron Golem's arms, you would actually be able to get up to those watchtowers, which I really am quite a fan of in sets like this, when there's a plausible way for the character to actually get to the intended play space that doesn't necessarily have a clear path. I'm a big fan of the little map room, which is exposed to the stars, your little bedroom, which is tucked away nice and neatly, and then your armory down the bottom, with what seems to be a small little blacksmith workshop. Now here is an especially big. That's a word that's been used a few times throughout LEGO history, but this really does take the cake. This is the Iron Golem build. It has opposable arms, which are attached with ratchet joints, and a suitably large stature. In the back of its head is the map room, and the torso holds the bedroom. The real strength of this set is the Iron Golem's ability to stand on its own, and more importantly perhaps, how the castle stands on its own. But we'll get to that in a moment. Its weight distribution is really well done. I would happily pose him with his arms out all the way without needing to worry about him falling over and smashing on the floor. Though, maybe not the best idea to do something like that on carpet, or some kind of a flimsier surface, because he most certainly will topple over forwards. Thanks to its depth and construction, I honestly think the base castle build, to some extent, looks better without the Iron Golem part. It's a pretty good castle build, and I'm a massive fan of the depth and the width of it. It has a lot of presence in the LEGO play space. However, unfortunately, the absence of any plate out the front does limit your ability to do much with any of the areas surrounding the castle. Doing a siege setup, for example, it doesn't quite work in the way that I would want it to. It would be especially bad on a carpeted floor, I think. But the build itself is quite good, I think. Here are the minifigures. We have a charged creeper, 2 skeletons, and 2 player skins. I'm not the biggest fan of the player skin figs in general, but it's certainly necessary to stop every single set, including either Steve and or Alex, which, while to some people a legion of 100 Steve and Alexes might be what they're after, I can't say I agree. But I would like to see more skins that are quote-unquote grounded in Minecraft canon, which the king fits, but the gem guy, not so much. The king does look quite cool, and he'll definitely be getting a home in my eventual Minecraft display. The three larger figures are an Iron Golem and 2 skeletal horses. The Iron Golem was translated to Lego form incredibly well, but I'm not quite sold on the skeletal horse, or the skeleton horse. I think slipping in a print, or honestly, preferably, and don't get me for this, I think a sticker would have worked really well here. Especially in the rib cage area and the head. Like, the way they've translated the design is absolutely phenomenal. Like, it looks like a skeletal horse, but I think that it is missing that extra level of printing that all of the other mobs get, and it's really suffering for that. Here's a look at most of the spare parts. I was fairly confident I grabbed the right pile, but I'm not sure if anything managed to fall away. What I especially do like about these spare parts for this set is that you can indeed make another lightning rod. Here are the accessories. 2 enchanted bows, 2 enchanted helmets, both of those are for the skeleton archers, an iron sword and a gold sword, interesting weaponry choice, a standard bow, and an iron axe, with the addition of the shield used by the king. In conclusion, I do think it's a little overpriced. It's sitting around a cost of, or a price per piece of around 12 cents, if I'm not mistaken. But it's definitely not a bad purchase. It's not like the Pumpkin Farm, where it's just an egregiously small number of pieces for the set, for the price that you're paying. This, sitting at around 868 pieces, feels like a much more solid option as far as big sets go. Unfortunately, I didn't do quite the same level of research going into this set versus the previous larger Minecraft sets, so I don't know how they compare. But this will certainly be a good benchmark for any future Minecraft sets that I end up covering that are also suitably big in scale. I don't think you can go wrong with purchasing it, but I would recommend trying to wait for a sale at your local Lego and or toy store. With that all being said, I'd love it if you could head on down to that description box below and leave me a like if you enjoyed this video. I've been Cleb, and you've been watching Keep the Peace. Have a nice day.